Hi, good morning. This is The Secret Garden with Adriana Rose. This morning's soul work, we are talking about Our Lady of Soul Birth. That was the first card that came out for me from my Mother Mary Oracle deck. And the way that I'm interpreting the message is that everyone right now is being rebirthed and going through a spiritual transformation, ascending to a higher consciousness. And, you know, it's really, it can be a very dark experience because we have to look at everything in our lives that sometimes we don't want to look at. And we have to remove those things that we can't take with us on the next part of our journey. It's also like creating new thought patterns and a new mindset to help us move forward as an ascended being here on earth. And I call it like Christ consciousness, okay? And it's letting go of the past, rewiring our brain so that we aren't carrying around negative mindsets and negative thought patterns that we picked up in childhood. It's really important to know that, your parents and those that raised you did the very best that they could with their own trauma and their own issues. It all came from love, but sometimes it's not for our higher good to carry those experiences or ideas into our future. So I asked who was coming out to support the divine feminine energy this morning, and it was Master Jesus. You are on the right path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. So the feminine energy within us is also healing a lot of masculine trauma, like maybe thinking that we weren't fully loved by the masculines in our lives, and knowing that that's not true. We were loved and we continue to be loved. However, we can only be loved as much as those around us love themselves. So, taking a step back and forgiving those that have hurt our feelings and possible, traumatizing situations, being able to look at it differently and know that it served our highest good, because we wouldn't be who we are right now without experiencing those things or those relationships, okay? So, whenever I asked who was coming out to support the masculine energy within us and within the collective, Mother Mary came out. So, I want you guys to know that when I'm shuffling cards, I let the cards fly out. I do not pick them myself unless I feel called to. So the fact that Jesus and Mary showed up for me today, just amazing, because that's who I pray to. And I start off all of my prayers every morning. Every time my daughter and I pray, I speak to Jesus and Mother Mary. So the divine masculine energy in everyone is being supported by Mother Mary right now to let go of the need to be right. Choose peace. Mother healing is possible at this time. So sometimes we may have experienced situations where we felt like we weren't chosen by our mother or we weren't chosen by our father. And being a parent myself, I look back on those moments where I felt like I wasn't chosen, and I'm like, wow, like I choose my daughter over everything, over everyone. There is no one above her, you know? And I wouldn't have that mindset today if I hadn't gone through my own personal experiences of not being chosen. And I'm still healing those from those, circumstances. So I'm still learning to choose love and peace over, trying to make someone see my perception or trying to make someone validate what I need them to validate. No, like that comes from within. I validate myself. I validate my own feelings. Yes, I still reach out to my uncle sometimes and my dad and my mom. And yes, I still want them to, and my grandfather, people that I really care about. I still want their approval at times, but I'm learning also to honor how I really feel. And yeah, I'm learning to focus more on being at peace within myself. So I hope that makes you guys feel validated in some way, I guess, however you've been feeling lately. I then asked my soul coaching deck what we were supposed to be working on this week, and they came out with healing, voyage, love, all at the same time. Okay? And, phenomenal healing energy flows through every cell in my body. What a beautiful way to retrain your brain. What a beautiful affirmation to work on this week. Very positive, very light, very, you can tell it's like the ultimate phrase in order to focus on self-love and self-care. Okay? And it is a journey, and reminding yourself on this journey of healing, I am safe and loved no matter where I am, because we are the ultimate home for ourselves. This meat suit that we were given when we decided to come to earth and be a human being, this is our home and this is our sanctuary. So just know that it is a process, it is a journey, and you are being supported fully in this moment. The next one was, I am wonderful. I receive and give love today and always. And this can go back to the relationships between mother and father, okay? And maybe at times you didn't feel like you were fully loved or understood or validated. But at the same time, it's like we have to start with that ourselves, okay? And we have to see ourselves clearly and also see others clearly, Maybe they didn't have the ability to give you that love or that attention. They didn't have, they didn't choose to grow from their own trauma. If anything, it's like sometimes easier to carry on the same pattern. And that stops right here with us. I really fully believe that my generation and the generations underneath me are doing such major work right now and really seeing clearly the signs that we need to not carry on some of the toxicity that we experienced within our own childhood. And this healing voyage of love with Mother Mary and Jesus that we are all on right now is so sacred, and there's going to be so much beautiful transformation that comes out of it. So one puzzle piece at a time, everything happens for a reason. The earth is our school. Life is a series of choices. So choose love. Love yourself. right now in this moment, because that's all we have is this moment, you know. Believe in yourself and flow, because you are a professional in some aspect. Whatever your gifts are, whatever you were given, you are a professional. So be confident. We are so connected, and just remind yourself that you are never alone. Okay? I love you. Thank you for being a part of Soul Work with Adriana Rose this morning. I hope you have a blessed day. Namaste.